I'll call to order the September 10th meeting of the Public Affairs Committee. And we'll start with item 1, the receipt of the reports from August for property maintenance, Parks and Rec, and public information. And I'll just again say, when you look at the workload of these departments, it's tremendous. These guys are doing an outstanding job, and we really do appreciate it. And I'll just ask if any of the folks want to highlight anything in particular from their reports.
Thank you, Commissioner. I don't have anything as far as the property maintenance department. I know that I will say that we did have in my eyes, a successful pool season. And we are in the middle of closing down and starting the winterization process right now. And we did have a few other projects that we took up, kicked off in the summertime. So no, I think we are good. If anybody has any questions for me, other than that, I think I'm good. Thank you.
Well, there were a lot of new initiatives over the summer. It was good to see the numbers of the participants in the camps, in the recess, in the swimming programs. It was great to see those increase. And I see Commissioner Chirico's hand. Go ahead. You're on mute.
First day on Zoom. A question regarding Wall House. I know they're planning an event in October, I believe, and one of the members of the Historical Commission brought to my attention perhaps the need to get a cleaning crew in there. I think maybe some budget constraints have prevented us from doing regular kind of cleaning in there. Is that something that we can get done prior to the event that they have scheduled, I believe, in October?
So I'll give you as much information as I know. As of right now, it's a combination between the Parks Department, the Wall House Committee themselves, and the Maintenance Department. We've been kind of just tackling any needs that they have. I'm not sure about as far as what the future may hold, but as far as their event in October, I think that's probably the course of action that we'll take. Is we'll try to handle it in-house.
Handle it. Am I correct to assume that we had someone else, a third party, that was cleaning it? We had a contract at one point with a cleaning company. Is that what we?
So our contract that we have is currently for the administration complex and our public works department. Then that's what we have contracted. And since the Wall House, I know they have their monthly, walkthrough with the public and open house and special events. And then we kind of just, they'll reach out and let us know what they need at that point. I know Commissioner Rappaport did mention possibly having it contracted. We just haven't. We've been trying to work with the Historic Committee and see.
Yeah, no, I appreciate the question, because over the years, I know that they, certainly they're fairly protective of the exhibitions there. I think the cleaning of the bathroom, because of the traffic that they're getting, the cleaning of the bathroom both before and after their open houses has been a recurring issue. So yeah, that would be one of the areas that I know that they're concerned about. Yeah, Manager Elliott, go ahead.
Yes, we will make sure that it is clean before and after every event. Our plan, we are making a recommendation on our budget for next year for additional help to make sure that these facilities are clean, excuse me, as needed. We do recognize that we are starting to use our facilities more often, so we will be trying to recruit additional help to make sure that happens. Provided it gets through the budget next year, but yes, that's the plan.
meantime, the events
Thank you,
in the
everybody.
fall. Yeah.
Thank you,
Okay,
everybody.
great.
Appreciate that.
Thank you. Thanks, Commissioner Chirpa. Anybody else? Any comments on these 3 items? Okay, I'll move receipt of those items. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Moving on to item 2. As you see, August was a slow month for citizen committees. So we don't have any of those committee meeting minutes to receive. So we'll move on to item 3. And I don't think the same thing applies to the staff meeting. I suspect that instead of a routine staff meeting in August, it was filled with preliminary budget meetings. Does that sound about right?
And unfortunate sickness as well. So.
Oh, all right. Okay, so we're recovering from item number 3, and we'll move on to old business for public affairs. I see Commissioner Brockington. Please go ahead.
Hi, yes, good evening. I was happy to hear that the county now has an HRC. Our Montgomery County now has an HRC. That was good to hear. And even though I know there was no Civil Rights Task Force meeting in August, the September meeting was held. And I would like to be able to provide them very soon with an update as to what's going on with our getting the township HRC back. You don't necessarily have to answer that now, but I really would like to be able to provide them even before our next meeting with some type of update as to where we're at with the HRC for the township. And I'll just leave it there. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Good point.
Commissioner
Go ahead, Commissioner Morris.
Yeah, thank you, Commissioner Rappaport. Not necessarily old business, but perhaps I should have spoken up at Parks and Rec. A question for Alan Brown or someone. The water fountains at the parks, I'm specifically asking about the one at the Tookenny Creek Park playground near the tennis courts.
So I received a phone call this afternoon, from a resident saying that there wasn't any water pressure coming out of the park. So that was one of the projects that between Parks and Recs and the Property Maintenance Department, we installed 4 new fountains, one at Curtis Dog Park, one at Veterans Field, one at Thomas Williams, and one at Melrose Park. So all 4 were active, I'll say that. But it is something that that was brought to my attention this afternoon. So we'll look at that first thing tomorrow morning and see what the problem is and why the water pressure is so low over there.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. That's
Thank
all.
you. Okay. Another piece of old business was brought to my attention, I guess, from Commissioner Ziegmanfeld, who wanted just an update on the Tookenny Creek Trail at New Second. This came up actually at the Parks meeting last night as well, Park Friends meeting. So I gave my answer, but it would be nice to hear an official answer.
Sure, I can jump in. So construction is expected to start any day now. I believe I saw that September 8th was one of the projected dates. So they're very close to breaking ground on that. And it is expected to be substantially complete by early December. So that means that punch list items and things like that will remain for a few weeks while we do our inspections and things like that. The traffic signal is probably what is going to be the longest section at New 2nd Street and Tookenny Creek Parkway. I think Joe Stucker had spoken about that at our Public Works meeting, talking about that being a little bit longer term project. So we're hoping to have that up and running, I believe, this spring, early summer. So, but the trail itself should be completed by the end of this year.
Thank you. That really helps. Go ahead, Commissioner Norris.
What work is still to be done on the trail? When you say construction, where are they working? What are they doing?
Sure. So the first phase of this construction was to rough out the trail, basically the approaches to the bridge over the creek. And the reason it was done that way is because that section was funded by a federal grant. And that adds so many different levels of bureaucracy onto that grant. So we were trying to minimize the scope as much as possible so that we could have the other phases completed for less cost with less layers of review and cost to it. So so we roughed out the approaches to the bridge and installed the bridge under that grant. And then the other grant is going to be finishing top coating that trail so it'll be asphalt, and then cutting out and completing the rest of the trail and some kind of ADA parking spots in Gimble Field between kind of where the trail terminates now and Harrison Avenue. And then we'll have a large number of tree plantings going in as well. I believe there's almost 100 trees that will be planted as part of that project.
How wide is the trail expected to be?
I believe it's 10 feet, which would meet circuit trail standards.
But we're not planning on having a bicycle lane.
It won't be a separate bicycle lane. It'll be open to bicycles, non-motorized, but bicycles and pedestrians, correct?
Thank you.
Great. Thank you for raising that. Any other old business? Move on to new business for public affairs. We actually have a lot going on. And so I'll start on a list of announcements, and I'll just refer people to our website or to any commissioner or staff member who wants to elaborate. There's so much going on, I won't give all the details. So we've got the Arcadia food truck night of nights or something like that in Glenside tomorrow night. Got the Monarch Festival at Grove Park on Saturday morning from 11 to 1. There will be a release of the Monarchs. You might remember that we got into monarch protection a few years ago. We are doing that mayor's pledge for safety of monarchs, and we're planting pollinator gardens. So this is a culminating activity, a public activity relating to that. We talked about the Citizens Police Academy. Next week, the 20th, Saturday, Camp William Penn and Historic Mott Day. That's super valuable, super exciting. If you have not been to see what goes on and know the history, a little bit of Camp William Penn, starting at 10 o'clock in the morning, it's always a little different, but there's always old medical apparatus and all kinds of exhibits after the opening ceremony, which is usually profoundly interesting. So definitely get out there at 10 o'clock, stay for an hour and a half, and if you have to leave, but the museum's open. If you haven't been to the museum, got to do that. October 4th is Fight the Blight Day. There are forms to sign up on our website. Parks groups can do that. Neighborhood blocks can do it. And this is the first of many, hopefully, coming up. And so, you know, you can think small but safe. Keep your safety in mind. Let me turn it over to Commissioner Lewis for more elaboration.
That's a tough act to follow, Commissioner Rappaport, but I appreciate what you said about October 4th. We're excited about October 4th's township-wide cleanup. We're encouraging everyone that chose Cheltenham to get involved. Right now, we want you to stay in your area, clean up your blocks. We don't want to bite off more than we can chew, so to speak. There's folks working in the background, preparing and planning for that day. Daria, township staff, Lauren and Ashley, Rhonda, we need you to get involved. Get your group, friends group, your neighborhood group, your block group, but any group you can get to help clean up the township. Fight Blight is not relegated to the residents only. There's so much more to the Fight Blight campaign. But for now, we want to focus on October 4th. We're already looking at a big event in the first quarter of 26. Any questions?
I'll just add, whatever you can do and others can do who have an ear with PennDOT. So much of the blight is frankly along state roads, which are too dangerous for residents to tackle.
Right.
And
Yep.
We
Yep.
really need them to step up to the plate at least once a year, for heaven's sakes,
Mhm.
and get the job done.
Yes,
So
yes.
thank you for that.
Yep.
That also has come up in a lot of, sidebar meetings. Manager Elliott. You're
Sorry
on
about
mute.
that.
There you go.
Thank you, Commissioner. Yeah, I just wanted to add, you did a great job. You got everything on my list. I just wanted to add a plug for Camp William Penn Day. There will be tables there with various groups there. We will be there with the township architects with some renderings of plans for the Mott Community Center. We're really excited to show that off and take comments from the community on the plans. We are working really hard behind the scenes with the goal of having plans ready to go out to bid early next year, so we can start construction in the spring and be ready to open in 2027 for camp. So we're moving along. The plans are looking really good. They're really following what a lot of the community members have asked for. So there's not a lot of change. It's just really drilling down and talking about materials and making sure the measurements all work. So stop on by and have a look and let us know what you think.
Thank you. And I'll throw in one other announcement. It really isn't a Cheltenham Township site, but so many of us have lived for the last, about 8 months with the remnants of the fire and the cleanup of SPS Technologies on Highland Road, right across the railroad tracks from us in Wyncote and Glenside. They are planning to rebuild a fastener site on that site. And they are holding a public meeting. I want to say the 25th. I don't have enough information, but that information is available through Abington, and you can get that online. And I'll leave it at that. Ms. Revitz, Parks and Rec.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
I just wanted to make sure that everyone is aware that we're going to be having our first Caribbean night, Friday, September 26th, here. I'm at Glenside Hall. It's going to be here at Renninger Park. There will be a DJ, a reggae band, food trucks, and just a lot of fun and excitement. Please come out. Let's make this a great event that we bring back often.
Thank you. That is super. And it is different.
Starts at 5.
I'm sorry?
Starts at 5, and I forgot to mention the beer garden.
And I'm sure, that also displays the tremendous diversity in this community. And I think it'll be a tremendous success. So looking forward to that. Thanks for mentioning it. And I think somebody put online the information about SPS. Yeah, it is September 25th from 7 to 9, and I think you have to register. So, okay, thanks very much. Is that Emily who did that? No. Yeah. Okay, Commissioner.
I do have one question in reference
Sure.
to Caribbean night. With weather, will it be moved indoors if if it's a rainy night, or is there a rain date, or will it just go indoors?
It's not allowed to rain, Commissioner.
I get that. Okay.
Just have more rum and you'll be fine.
Rum in my rain in my rum. All
I'll
right.
let our director speak on that information closer
Okay.
to the date.
Gotcha.
But we're not going to have any rain.
Okay. There you go.
Not allowed.
All right.
Thank you. Okay. I think that closes new business.
I think
How about,
there's a resident who was looking to, oh, you're getting to citizens forum, I'm sorry.
right, that was all new business. So now opening citizens forum, please, citizens.
It appeared that Daria Katchmar was raising her hand, but
I think those were emojis.
Daria may want to talk about October 4th.
Well, hello, commissioners. Hello,
Who's
all.
there?
Yes, I was just sending out some love because this has been an absolutely astonishingly positive meeting this evening. So I am delighted to be here and hear all these wonderful things. I do want to make sure that we understand that Commissioner Lewis's Fight Blight initiative is stepping at a little bit lower key, but we really need your support. And you may be a little bit surprised, teaser, to see what happens when we come to our April initiative, which will be much more broad and will perhaps invite some contest between ward commissioners, but we'll just leave it out there for now. But in the meantime, we are here to support this initiative, and thank you all so much for this wonderful meeting this evening. That's all I have to say.
Thank you for your comments. Okay, anybody else for citizens forum? Mindy?
Yes.
KS. Yes, go ahead.
My name is Mindy Kemmerer-Skovner. I'm a resident of Glenside, and if I haven't met you before, I've lived here for about 17 years and with my family, and I'm a huge fan of Cheltenham. I did choose Cheltenham, but I had no idea just how great it was going to be until we got here and started participating in the community, and just wanted to log in and give a shout out to our terrific commissioners. Thank you so much for all your time and your initiatives. Thank you, Commissioner Lewis, for bringing this new initiative. I love seeing this new stuff. And Grove Park is actually participating in it. We'll be setting something out really soon. So, and we do look forward to growing this event and seeing what we can do to make the community even better. I also want to thank Parks and Rec. I know Kelly is here, and I want to thank Bill and Kelly and Sylvester and Josh for all the work they've been doing. I've just been reflecting on the fact that I first met Bill, I'm pretty sure, at the Monarch Festival last fall in Grove Park. And I'm just amazed at the things that have been happening over the last year. And I cannot thank them enough for all the hard work that they're doing. And I know that it's a community effort on your part, because I know, like, Alan does a lot of work. Bob Dominic does a lot of work. It's everybody works together to make these things happen. And as in my role as a neighbor and living in the community, and as a part of Friends of Grove Park, I hear a lot of feedback from people, and it's been, everyone I talk to is so pleased with what's been happening. I mean, I feel like we're experiencing a renaissance. I mean, as a citizen, I feel like that's what's happening here. And I love Cheltenham. I love hearing good things about it. I think Cheltenham has been undervalued a lot by surrounding communities, and I'm always a cheerleader talking about how great things are here. And the events that we've had at the park, I can now say there are people coming from outside of Cheltenham to these park events. And I'm hearing about how people don't have this in their community. And and in my mind, I'm saying, yeah, community is what we have here. And again, what Parks and Rec are doing and everybody else to help support all of these events is fostering the community that we already have here, but building on it and building the equity that we have in this place where we live. And I just want to say, I know it's budget season, so I want to throw in my hat and say, you know, whatever we can do to continue supporting the people who are doing this work. And I do mean like Bob, Dominic, and that crew. They are amazing. They're here at every hour. We call about something, they come and take care of it. And Alan Brown, I really appreciate what you do. Again, he came to my rescue one night at like, what was it, like 9:30 at night after the polls closed, and I got locked out. But I know it's a group effort. I know everybody's doing this, and I want to just communicate the value that this has to me as a citizen, as a member of the community, as a friend of all of you, and to, you know, the value that I'm getting from other people, that I hear about from other people. So I'm so grateful for it. Again, I want to thank you all. Thank you to your families, because I know that there are people behind you supporting the work that you do and letting you get away for many hours while you're doing this work. And thanks again to the township for planning this Monarch Festival. We're really excited about having that again. So more love, Daria, and everyone else. I just want to say thank you, and please, whatever you can do to continue to support what's been happening will come back to us 10, 20, 100 fold, really, because there's so much good feeling that comes from this that is unquantifiable. And you may not see numbers on a page, but I see it just about every day when I'm walking around at the community. So
You can see why I let that one go more than 3 minutes, right?
oh,
Right.
sorry.
Keep it up.
Much appreciated.
Yeah. Hey, Mindy,
You
can
know-
you come to every meeting?
I
You
know.
know, Di
Keep that
went
out of
to
my
heaven.
mouth, Commissioner. I want her, and we're giving them a special invite. Mindy and
Okay.
Daria, please come to every meeting.
We're gonna have a
Every
special Mindy segment.
Wow.
I don't know if
Thank you.
anybody wants to try to top that. Any
No,
others?
we should
Forum?
adjourn right now.
Right,
Let's
we're going
end.
to.
A big thank you.
All in
Thank
favor
you.
of adjournment. Thanks very much.